when I would get that signal and I didn't listen, I would do unhealthy things, thinking there's something wrong with me. So I would smoke cigarettes, or I wouldn't eat well. I would feel even worse about myself, my self-image, my confidence level. Everything would plummet because I thought I was nuts. And then I would be validated, and then I'd start to suffer over my suffering. You know what I mean? It's like, then I would cry and think, well, I'm not crazy. But then I would cry because of how poorly I treated myself after not trusting. So I thought, well, this is just not, it's not healthy. I can't do this. So as I worked on this in my business, and I realized that the people that I was attracting, we need to see who we are in relationship to the world and what our contribution is. So I started focusing on my contribution to others. And I started to attract people who, what I call, are 20 minutes behind me. They're intuitive people, but they don't trust. And they're always looking for answers outside themselves. And they don't take care of their bodies well. So I quit smoking. I started eating better. Still not what my body needed 100%, but I'm working on that now. So I was taking better care of myself. And when I would have an episode of something happening, I would move to a neutral place and then see what would happen. Is it a day, a week, a month later, something comes in? Most of the time it would come in within a month and I'd be validated. Sometimes it didn't come at all. And that was my cue from the universe to start trusting. So other people would come to me, and I would do psychic fairs and whole life expos, and other readers would, when there's nobody paying, there are no paying customers, readers read each other. I guess it's like dentists all looking in everybody's mouth at the same time, all the other dentists, at a convention or something. So I remember one elderly man, I was in my later 20s, and he came over to me. There was a break in the action. People had slowed down at this whole life expo. And he came over to me and he said, my wife and I are, we've been in the business a long time and we're watching you. And he said, you please don't be afraid of your power. And I burst into tears because he named exactly what I could not name. I wasn't aware of it. And then I became aware of not wanting to overwhelm people. Right? So I was thinking that I was this big ball of energy and that I would come in and just point right at, wound, and people would explode and go, oh. And so I was afraid that I was going to be too powerful for people and knock them on their asses. And I then calmed down and started doing more work on myself, always doing work on myself, keeping myself in check. So that now, then versus now, when I have a sensation about something, I look for that. That's part of, waking up in the morning and enjoying my day. Oh, I've got to make some flyers for my VIP clients. And I think, oh, I have, have to go food shopping. I have this to do. I have that to do. I don't have time to focus on it. So I'll throw it out to the universe and to my angels and guides and say, when the time comes, can you please help to inspire me? So, I'm doing my thing today. This happened today. I'm doing my thing today. And as I'm driving home, I start talking to my VIP clients in my head. And I had an idea. So I came home, and it doesn't work that differently for a lot of people. They just get ideas and they run with them. And I came home and I started designing, because I'm also an artist and an author. So I started designing some flyers for my clients, and it got me very excited, and it helped to, bring back that balance so it's not so off center. And so I trust it. So when things happen and Dean might say, oh, I have to go out of town in 3 weeks. You want to come with me? Where are you going? And sometimes I don't even need to know where. And I have to check myself. Am I being stubborn, resistant, or is this the truth? So I have to pause. And that's the pausing is huge. The pausing is the door. And I'll pause and say, give me the details. And my husband will give me the details. And I'll say, yeah, no, I'm not going. Well, how come? Blah, 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 blah. You love these people. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I'm not going. I don't know. I'm just not going. So I trust it. And then I realize that 3 weeks from today, as it gets closer, I'm tired. I want to sleep. I get a phone call to show up and do some work somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's like as things are being organized, I have 3 calendars. 3. I'm a mom. And I have 2 businesses. So I've got the calendar over there on my wall, the dry erase. I've got my astrological calendar right here.
Yeah.
And then I've got my Google Calendar. So I make sure all 3 are in sync, and every time I look at each one, I get a different vibration. The dry eraser is very zen because when the day is over, I erase it. It's gone for my memory. The Google Calendar helps me to keep track of what I need to do starting on Sunday. I will set an entire week ahead, and I organize it by hour. Then the astrological calendar that I have, my date book, shows me what's going on, and then I'll say, oh yeah, no wonder I feel like I can't focus. Okay, great, good to go. So that's what I do now, is I trust what's happening and I listen to my body. I think it's really important that no matter who a person is, if they have all the stamina in the world and they go, 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 but things aren't working out the way they want them to, that it's important that they slow down and check in. What does their body need? Maybe they're tired and they don't acknowledge it. Maybe they're hungry and they're overriding it because they got to get some emails done. So if a person can focus on creating a connection between the body, mind, and spirit, that is the Holy Trinity on earth. That's it. The body, mind, spirit. When those 3 things come together, when you ask your body, what do you need? Oh, I'm hungry. You ask your mind, what do you need? I need to get this email done or this project done. Great. Ask your body, well, you know, oh wait, did you do the hunger part? Oh, and then you ask the spirit part, it's, I need to be a little bit more present. So let me go eat. Let me calm down, get present, and then I can focus on the project, and everything becomes fuller, happier, and then I'm able to make my contribution to the world, or to one person at least.